What is an option to purchase and when should it be used? Basically, an option to purchase is the right, but not the requirement to purchase property for a set amount or for some amount to be determined at the time of purchase based upon some objective criteria like an appraisal of the property or a broker price opinion of the property or some other objective means of determining what the purchase price should be. So it's to obtain an option, you basically have to provide some form of consideration. So you basically pay for the option. You provide the owner of the property, who would then be the optionor, and then when you purchase the property by way of the option, they would be the seller. You provide them basically some advance payment for the right to purchase the property. So you say, okay, I'm going to give you X amount of dollars, and then this gives me the ability at some point in the future to purchase the property. And normally, an option should have a designated, effective date. So it has a start date and a termination date. If you don't exercise your option by the termination date, then the option's no more. Options generally are not going to be and shouldn't be indefinite. They should have a start and an end. And then during that period, you as the optionee have the ability to purchase the property. When should it be used? Well, it should be used in the context of, I'm not ready to purchase the property. Maybe I'm going to lease the property and have a possessory interest in the property, but I want the right to buy it at some future date. And so you would use it then. But it also can be used for situations where maybe you don't want to be the end buyer. Maybe you want to have the ability to purchase it, but you also want to have the ability to have someone else come in and step in and take your place as the purchaser of the property through an assignment of the option contract. So you can put in the option contract that you as the optionee have the ability to assign the option contract to a third party. And of course, similar to a wholesale transaction where and we're going to talk about this today, where there's an assignment of the wholesale purchase contract or the purchase contract, and you take an assignment fee upon close of escrow, you can do that with an option. You can say, okay, I'm going to convey my right to purchase the property to someone else, and then they are going to pay a fee to me for that. So generally that would look similar to how you would assign a purchase contract, where you have an initial purchase price for the property, and then the third party is going to end up paying a greater price to purchase the property. And then you as the optionee and assignee, you're going to receive the spread or the difference between those amounts. Those are really the circumstances that you would use an option contract, is basically to have the ability to and right to purchase the property because you're going to have a possessory interest, or because you're going to convey it to a third party. And then finally, you can also purchase it yourself, even if you don't take a possessory interest, but that's probably not used as often. So an option contract is a right given to you for consideration to be able to purchase property for a set amount at a future date. And you would use it either because you're taking a possessory interest in the property by a lease, you're wanting to sell it to a third party, or you actually want to close on it yourself.